go. He's running all the way back to the left to the 5-yard line, stretches it out. That's Anthony D. He gets out to the 25. He breaks another tackle to the 30, the 35, the 40, 50, the 45, the 40, 30, 25. There's nobody near him.
No flags.
What a play.
Anthony D goes the distance. D stands for distance. Come the Clippers. On the low block, kick out, downtown, Yahtzee!
Two pitch. Face hit left field. Austin Suchecki gets it done.
Number 99, Silas Ray Coleman. He is a presence on that defensive front line, no question about it. Almost an eagle look here for the Cougars. They cover up the center and the two guards and just manhandling everybody up front, creating a new line of scrimmage and penetrating. That's going to go for a loss of a couple on the play. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 11. So hopefully you can hear me. But if not, well, you don't know what you're missing. T formation, power off the right side. Ball is fumbled and scooped up there. And it's gotten by number 99, who may as well play running back because he's back there faster than some of the running backs. Silas Ray Coleman covers that. They ran the old Exeter T formation like the Exeter Bluehawks, but not quite as well as the Exeter Bluehawks. And as a result, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Shotgun Maldonado alone in the backfield. Motion back to him. They'll run the speed sweep to the right side, and a nice job defensively there by number 70 for Exeter. Coming up and making that play was Wyatt Green. Started out looking like a pretty good play, but was blown up pretty quickly. Number 20 is in at quarterback. And that's Nate Barry. Nate calling signals. Gets the snap. He'll roll to his left. Sets up and finds that crossing route, that little mesh crossing route, and it's going to be a touchdown. I believe it was number 0, Kevin Roig, and just like that, it is 13-0. So Nashua flexing its muscle, rotating quarterbacks, the running quarterback, the throwing quarterback. Nice job of running a mesh route across the middle. So we are back. Apparently we have sound now. You missed the best part. Just kidding. And the ball is not handled and fallen on top of there, so Exeter would not have been able to return that. The only thing that could have happened was Nashua could have gone for 2 on that bobbled snap, but they do the right thing and fall on it, and they'll head into, I guess you would call it the latter stages of the first quarter, up 13-0, and it was a very fast start for Nashua. They went down the field, marched down the field on the short opening kickoff, scored on a Maldonado touchdown, and then it was Roig on the reception from the new quarterback, Barry. And it is now 13-0 Cougars. Jamison to put his right foot into the ball. A rainmaker goes off the fingertips of number 11. He gathers it in. That was Griffin Harton. And again, poor field position for Exeter. And that's a great job. The kicking game so important. Making your opponent have to go the length of the field in order to get anything established. And it really limits what you can do offensively sometimes because you got to dig yourself out of a hole. So a nice job by the kicking team after a botched extra point there. Let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt them. 13-0 Cougars. Seahawks set up shop at their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Straight T formation, double tight end. And it's a 27 power to the left, and that is just blown up by, you guessed it, Silas Ray Coleman. And the play taking very long to develop. What you'll notice from the T formation by this Exeter team, they'll have Very close split, 6 inches or less, and then a foot to 2 feet between the tackles and the tight ends. And it's a down-down kick scheme where they will pull guards at the point of attack. They'll kick out with the lead back. Everything is predicated on a series of fakes. And now they go into like a wishbone type look. Oh, and just almost getting the ball is ripped out again, and it's rolling. It could be a scoop and score. As it is, it'll be recovered there by the Seahawks. And it was looked like it was Maldonado on the strip. JMP on the spotting up here for me in the press box. Makes a huge difference. But even before that, just as that pitch was leaving the quarterback's hands, there was a shot being taken, and they're having all kinds of trouble blocking the front of this Nashua team. And now Exeter will decide to spread it out a little. They'll go shotgun, twins to the right, split end left. Try to get them to jump. They don't. They'll go max protection. They're taking a shot on a fade, and great coverage down that left sideline by Roig. They were trying to take advantage of the one-on-one matchup, and it was just well played. And nice job. And you might be well served to get out of that tight offense and try to spread things out a little bit. You might have a better chance. Go max pro, which means maximum protection. Sprinkle in some screens, sprinkle in some run game, and take some shots. You're going to have to do it to try to beat this Nashua team. Back to punt. Exeter with his heels on the goal line. Got to get a good snap here. They do. They were coming after that one. It's a shankadelic. It goes off the side of his right foot and takes a Exeter roll. It'll be downed at about the Exeter 29-yard line. So maybe a 14-yard punt at best. Cougars will set up shop 1st and 10 from inside the Exeter 30. And this one in danger of turning into a rout early on. Signal comes in from the sideline. Maldonado is back at quarterback. To his left is Richard Colton, the F. They'll max pro. He'll slightly roll right. He'll take a shot. Got a man. Touchdown. And that was number 2, Dante Sase. And pick your poison. Maldonado held on to that ball. Great protection in the backfield. He had all day to throw it in. Sase just made a move and then used his speed to outrun the coverage. Maldonado put it up there so he could run right underneath it. And quickly it is 19-0 Cougars. Probably about 5 minutes to go here, but we are still just in the first quarter. Cougars will go for 2, try to get to the 21 differential here. Maldonado takes the snap, speed handoff to the left-hand side, and in is, I believe is it number 1? It is, but I think we have a flag on the play, so we'll pause on that one for just a minute. That was Colton Carrier on the left side. The flag rests at about the 2-yard line near hash. We'll see what the call is. Follow the man in the white hat. It's going to go against Nashua. They're going to back them up 5 yards. And so the try for 2 will have to take place again, but this time it'll take place from about the 14-yard line. So now Maldonado setting his offense. Takes the snap, 1-step drop, quick swing route is incomplete. It was a forward pass. It didn't go backwards. So with about 4 minutes or so to go here in the first quarter, it is Nashua 19 and Exeter 0. And these guys get off to a fast start, and they just really put you in a bind. Now you have to you really don't leave your game plan yet because there's a lot of football left to be played. It's not like it's 3 minutes to go in the game. It's 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. So you do try to keep your game plan established if you're Exeter, but just not a whole lot of answers. You may have to change your focus a little bit and spread them out. Doesn't mean you still can't run the ball. You don't have to get crazy with throwing the ball around the yard, but you might want to try a different approach. Instead of keeping everybody in tight, you might want to create a little more space out there. We'll see what they decide to do. Never wrong from up here. Squib kick, takes a bounce, hits an ankle, and it's going to be recovered by Exeter. Very fortunate there, as sliding in, almost recovering it, was Kevin Roig. So good field position here. This is something that, Exeter has to look forward to. They have decent field position on this next possession. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Jason Roby calling all of the action for you here. Steve Cody is the highlight guy. JMP is the man that's spotting. The eye in the sky doesn't lie. Straight T formation, double tight end, power sweep to the left side. And running it down from the backside, very, very impressive. And I'll tell you, that is a technique thing as much as it is athleticism. That was Jarul, and he just bent down that line of scrimmage. And what happens is a lot of times kids penetrate too deep into the backfield. The rule of thumb typically is you don't want to go deeper than the heels of the deepest back. And if you do, sometimes you run past the play. Straight T formation, they come with a power off the right side, and just a good job of the defense stuffing things up. It looked like 44 on that, and he plays the F back in the offense, and he plays some linebacker there for him. That's number 44, Richard Colton. So nice job by him. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 7, so manageable. We'll see if they run some type of waggle or a keep-out pass here if they stay in that straight T. They employ the wing, so chances are it's either going to be trap or it's going to be some kind of a waggle pass. And it is a fullback right off the side, and he's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, and the big fella has a nice run there. That was number 56, and what a great run there. Was it 65 or no, 56? Looked like Levi Peaver in the backfield, and with authority goes off the left side and gets a 1st down, moves those sticks. So a great job. And now field position has been switched. So this is a good thing if you're Exeter. You've flipped the table on the field position, and even if you don't get a score here, you're going to punt and put Nashua in pretty deep position. Straight T formation, 2 tight ends. And it's going to be a keep out by the quarterback. Now it's a keep out pass. Briefly had a man, just kind of throws it up there. And if he had had any kind of time at all, he would have been able to set his feet and throw that a little bit deeper. That's called 36 keep out pass, folks. He fakes it to the left halfback through the 6 hole, and then he rolls to his right. Thought it was going to be keep out at first, but you really have to block that backside quite well. And if you don't, you get pressure, and there's your result. The deep man, which is the backside tight end that was on a post, was actually open. And it could have been actually the front side tight end on a corner. All right, once again, Nashua changing their defensive front here. And they try it again, and just too much penetration. That's Maldonado that got his hands on the ball. It's an incomplete pass as he batted it down. The one thing here that you see from this offense, and this is kind of the way the offense works, you're turning your back. Everything is a play-action pass. But what happens when you play-action pass? You're giving the defense time to penetrate. And when you play action, when you turn around and you've got 4 hands in your face, you're in pretty big trouble. So there have been times where teams that run the T will just not carry out the fakes and try to get their eyes downfield as quickly as possible. Now it's an open formation shotgun. And the snap goes way over the head of the quarterback. Ball is still rolling. It's anybody's ball. I think It's going to be Cougar ball. It looks like 44 has it. No? No, the quarterback, number 70 was Johnny on the spot for the Seahawks. Very fortunate there as Wyatt Green chased it down. But I'll tell you, those high snaps, those can be as a result of not being able to block the man in front of you. You're thinking too much. You're trying to get that snap back there quickly so you can get your hands engaged on the defender. And now the Seahawks are 4th and forever. They have to punt. Quick kick there, not a bad punt. It'll be returned. This is number 18. He reverses field. Oh, that's a blindside block. That's probably going to be a penalty, and it is. That was a huge blindside block. Very fortunate, and that's something that Coach, I'm sure, will talk about. That was, by the way, Walter Catito on the return, and a very nice one at that, reading his blocks. But you're going to see a peel-back block here that has been outlawed at every level of football, and it's a good block. Don't get me wrong. I mean, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it was a legal block, but those back blocks can be dangerous. A blindside hit, so that's going to bring the Cougars back. Glad to see nobody was hurt on that play. Bouvier Prepare provides comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. So if you're looking for guidance in the process for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, and volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or by calling 603-465-1102. That's bouvierprepare@gmail.com. The Nashua Cougars is a nonprofit organization created to give every child the opportunity to reach their greatest potential in youth football before they head to high school. They work with the Nashua High School North coaches to ensure their athletes are ready to compete at the high school level by the time they arrive, giving them the greatest opportunity to continue to excel beyond high school. To learn more, go to their website, NashuaCougars.net. And by the way, folks, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please click the subscribe button so that you can be aware whenever we schedule a live stream. Follow us on The Highlight Guy. That's right. Steve Cody is the man on the moving pictures and the owner of The Highlight Guy. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. It will be the end of the quarter, I believe, so they're going to mark that penalty off, and Nashua will start the second quarter with possession. See, Steve keeps me on track. If I'm not reading the spots and the feeds, he's throwing spitballs at me and all kinds of stuff. He is a man of many talents, no question. So the Cougars up 19-0 here. Have done it just about every way with the return game, the passing game, the running game. Defensively, for sure, they've given a couple of different defensive looks. They came out in an eagle look where they covered up the guards and the center, and then they moved back to a four-man front in the gaps. This team is the real deal. And it looks like they're gonna. Looks like they get a first down, and they are going to go backwards on that first down play. I got confused there for a second because the Cougars are the home team, but they had Exeter wear the white, the dark jerseys, so that we can see the numbers. So thank you for that, Coach Fowler. Second down and 12. You want to make sure the kids are getting the credit they deserve. Ace look. Maldonado with a screen pass. That is a jail screen, and that is going to be sniffed out. And for the second play in a row, the Cougars find themselves going backwards, but we got a face mask call. Flag on the play. So keeping the play alive, and that's when you usually get those penalties. And I think, who was that on that reception, Jam? Was that 88? Yeah, that was number 88, Bowden Pearson. Know him a little bit. Yeah, know him quite well. Good hands out there. Clearly got mom's athleticism. All right, here we go. Second down and 11 for the Cougars. So that penalty was maybe of the 5-yard variety, not quite sure, but it'll be a bobbled snap. Maldonado trying to make something out of nothing. He'll scramble to the right side. Can he get to the edge? He's just going to head to higher ground and head out of bounds. Live to fight another day at about the 44-yard line. Not a bad play. That was doomed from the start. And you're going to come back on third down. The time will stop, but you got a third down and manageable here. You got a third down and 6. So not terrible. Referee's discussing something over here on the near side. Ball will be placed on the hash closest to Exeter's sideline. So we'll see what Coach Fowler has dialed up. Again, the clock not working today, so we're going to be getting updates and so forth. We're trying to keep a rough estimate here with the highlight guy. We have a trips to the left and a split end right. The back is to the right. We'll see if he peels. Maldonado under heavy pressure now, buys himself some time, takes a shot. There's a duck, and that ball thrown into double coverage, which turned into triple coverage. And I believe that one, again, was intended for Pearson. So that's going to bring up fourth down. Interesting call here for Coach Fowler. Not a team that punts a whole heck of a lot, so be interesting to see what he dials in. You might want to play field position at this point. And here's the other thing you have to think about. You have to start thinking about your punt game, and that you need to work on it in live situations. I know that sounds silly, but this is a game situation. We have an opportunity to work on your punt as opposed to running another play. That's just bigger picture stuff. What do I know? Maldonado throws a punt in the direction, and that one is knocked down. It looked like it was intended for number 1, Colton Carrier. And about the best thing that could have happened there for the Cougars if the ball was intercepted. And that way it would have served as a punt. But again, I'll go back to my point, and then I'll let it die there. It would be nice to work on plays that you know you're going to need in the postseason in game-type situations, especially when you have a lead. And as it is now, you put yourself in another game-type situation, and you could easily say, okay, we're gonna give them good field position, and now we have to play good defense. So another game-type situation. So not terrible. 4-man front here. Power off to the right side. That play is designed to go off tackle, and it ends up bouncing outside, so someone lost contain out there. But it's a nice run and a nice play on first down. It actually looked like it was going to get more than it did, but that is an off-tackle play, and when it bounces like that, that means your interior is doing a nice job of clogging things up. Now your edge has to be set by your perimeter players. It's going to be second down and we'll call it 8 yards to go for Exeter. They got a wing to the left now. They broke the tee. And there goes that straight play to number 56, and that got big yardage the first time. Tackled by number 8 defensively. Number 9, 35. Oh, I'm sorry. I was adding. Everyday math guy. That was Maldonado on the tackle, but they handed the ball off to 56 there. And the last time they ran that, it brought big yardage. They were ready for it this time. So, again, next time they run that wing formation, they'll probably be thinking counter or some kind of a reverse back against the grain, but you really don't have a lot of time to run those types of plays. Straight T formation, double tight end, quarterback under center. Power off the left side, gets a nice kick-out block, but a great fill there by number 9, and he was all over that. That was Josh Enoch. Wow. Good fill. And again, at the high school level, these plays that you're seeing the Seahawks run hit the hole a lot faster than when you're at the high school than they do here, but that's largely because there's some good penetration off tackle by the defense. Double tight end, T formation. 50 front, and I'll tell you, wide open down the field. But I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. So this is an offense that's predicated on the guards pulling. And the guards cannot pull if your nose guard destroys the center into the backfield. So it changes your blocking scheme. You may have to go solid. So the next time you watch Exeter go on offense, watch the man defensively that lines up on the ball. The man hiking the ball is the center. Watch what he does to center. If he can push that center back, it makes life very difficult for the guards to pull. And that's really what this offense is predicated upon. How do you adjust for that? Well, sometimes you try to have your offensive line cheat back a little bit. But that's a point of emphasis that a lot of referees are watching. Trips into the boundary, split end to the top of the field. Not sure if this is an unbalanced formation. No, it is not. And that wobbly pass is caught out there on the side by number 4. That was Brady O'Neill for the Cougars, and not a bad play. Run your trips into the boundary and give your lone receiver to the field some room to operate. Pickup of 2, 2nd down and 8 for the Cougars. And the pistol formation with a sniffer just in front of the quarterback. They go off tackle. Oh, boy, that almost was bad there. Glad to see that he got up there. That could have been bad as number 21 for the Cougars, Julian Lopez, ran it in there. And a good play defensively by number 56, Levi Peaver, who's also played some running back. Motion into the backfield. Speed sweep into the field. Nice job of reading the block and picking up almost the necessary yardage was a number 1 Colton Carrier. And here's a great key for you folks that are watching. A lot of times kids don't know where to go in terms of running off of the people blocking for you. You always want to run at your teammate's back. You want to run off of their back. If you can see the person who's blocking for you, if you can see the front of their jersey, you didn't make the right cut. And that time, Carrier made the right cut. 4th down and 1. Cougars are going for it. Handoff to the F, and a good carry there by number 44, Colton Richard. Nice job by Colton picking up the necessary yardage, and he didn't get touched till that linebacker level, and that just tells you the kind of damage your front 5 are doing there. They come back in the ace formation. Ace is 2x2 wide. Shotgun. Back of the quarterback spot is Nathan Berry. Berry hands off to the motion man around the corner. He gets the corner, hits the sideline. We're going to have a flag. Probably going to get a holding. There's a great example. You're probably going to get a holding call by number 41 if I had to guess on and again, he went to the front of his numbers instead of the outside of his numbers. But it was a nice carry there by Josh Enoch. It'll be a spot foul, which means there's going to be some yardage gained on this play. It's just a matter of what's the down and distance going to be. They'll talk it over. But you'll watch the replay back on the highlight guy, and you'll see what I'm talking about. You bounce that to the outside, and if you can see your teammates, the front of your teammate's jersey who's blocking for you, very real possibility it's going to turn into a holding call. We'll wind the clock. It is going to be a first. They're going to replay first down, I suppose. It'll be 1st and 7. Barry in the gun, calling signals. He'll lasso to the left. Lasso means roll out left. Oh, just kind of hangs that ball up there. It was intended for Enoch, and dangerous spot. But Barry did a nice job of setting his feet and looking for that intermediate route. There is another flag on the field, and we'll see. They're talking to the Exeter sideline. And we saw someone run off the field. Oh, they're going to have an eligible man down the field, so it's going to go against Nashua. We'll replay first down, so they'll hold the sticks and back them up. So, yeah, what you had there is you had a lineman up the field, number 1, or potentially number 2. You had a covered man running down the field in a pass route. So you got to make sure you're not covered. Let's see. Look at the trips at the top of the screen. So 2 men are on the line of scrimmage. Now number 3 backs off. I say number 3. You count outside in. 1, 2, 3. Another rollout. Lasso. All kinds of time for Barry. Needs help. And just kind of shot puts one out into the flat area. And the reception is made by number 1 once again. That is Colton Carrier. And so second down, we'll call it 5. It might be a long 4. Here's your ace formation again. Motion. Handoff. Around the side. Let's see if he runs at his back. Oh, and that time could not break the contain as a nice play made out there by number 70. I should say, Wyatt Green. So it's going to be third down, and we'll call it 3. Got to get some more reads in here, Steve. We're going to get a timeout called. We'll see. Yeah. And so, will that do it for the first half? It appears so. Hey. Okay, well, that'll give us a chance to catch our breath, do some reads here. Are you looking to play sports in college? If yes, then let the Highlight Guy help you get noticed and recruited. We create highlight videos, we film sporting events and live stream, all with the goal of helping athletes get noticed by college coaches. With the Highlight Guy, you are the star, so let us help you. Go to thehighlightguy.com or email steve@thehighlightguy.com to get started. As a nonprofit organization, the Nashua Cougars could not thrive and provide such an incredible experience for our athletes without the generosity of their sponsors. They'd like to give a huge Cougar roar to their top sponsors for the 2024 season: Basco Excavation, Lopez Hardwood Floor Services, and Comcast. To all of the sponsors not mentioned, the Cougars want you to know that they are very thankful for everything you do for them every year to ensure the athletes have everything they need. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury realtor. She's licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts and can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire. Contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email deb@thedowgroup.com. And lastly, if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please make sure you do that. Check and click on that button so you can be aware of whenever we schedule a live streamed event. We are at halftime right now, and the Cougars are enjoying a 19-0 advantage over the Exeter Seahawks. You are watching live on the Highlight Guy. We'll be right back after we pay some bills.
I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. I'm a beast. Yeah, I'm in my own zone. It's beast mode time, so go hard or go home. I'm a beast. Yeah, I got it on my mind. See, I came here to shine, so let's get it on the grind. Step up in the building, swagger on point, right? Put your seatbelt on, cause it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long fight, but then again, maybe not. I'm about to get it in. Yeah, I got it on my mind. Let's end this thing in regulation. I ain't thinking overtime, cause I didn't work overtime, and I ain't trying to overgrind. I transform the beast mode just like I was born. I can't hit the ball hard. I love this game, it's all I got. That's why I'm going all out and give it everything I got. Yeah, I give it all I got. As if it was my only shot. I play the game to win to the end until I pass out.
Are you looking to play sports in college? Almost every college recruiting website recommends having a highlight video as one of the top 3 crucial recruiting tools. In fact, 93% of college coaches we surveyed said they watch a recruit's highlight video as part of their player assessments. Our sole purpose is to make you look good. Our highlight videos include an athlete bio and accolade page, stop motion, and player highlight. The video is not done until you are completely satisfied and say it's done. We also upload to YouTube or whatever recruiting platform you use. The highlight guide can also film your high school or club games to capture you in action, resulting in amazing footage that you can use to help create your highlight video. We have the expertise to help you get recruited. Check out our website at thehighlightguide.com or contact Steve at thehighlightguide.com to get started on your path to playing sports in college.
Hi, my name is Deb Cody and I'm a realtor with Keller Williams Coastal and Lakes and Mountains Realty. I serve both residential and commercial clients in New Hampshire and Maine and work with an amazing team of KW colleagues and affiliate partners to help you achieve your real estate goals. In 2022, I ranked in the top 20% of 700 plus agents within my brokerage. I was nominated this past year to serve on the Agent Leadership Committee within my firm and have enjoyed giving back to my colleagues and local community. Are you curious to know how much your home may be worth in today's market? Reach out to me today and I'd be happy to run a complimentary comparative market analysis for you.
Meet Bouvier Prepare, your game changer in college athletics recruitment. We cut through the chaos, focusing on superb communication and top-notch organization. One-on-one attention, tailored strategies, and a winning game plan for emails, calls, camps, visits, and offer closings. Be prepared. Your limitless future starts now with Bouvier Prepare.
All right, welcome back to the campus here at Goffstown High School. You are watching Middle School Football League in New Hampshire, grades 7 and 8. It is the Nashua Cougars up 19-0 over the Exeter Seahawks. Jason Roby calling all the action for you. Steve Cody is the man on the moving pictures. JMP is the spotter up here in the booth with me. Big thank you to him for helping out here. It was all Cougars in that first half. They will kick off to start the second half. We have to apologize. We're trying to keep the time up here as best we can, but we have a lot of hats that we wear up here, and sometimes we can't do it all. The scoreboard, unfortunately, not working today, so the officials are keeping the clock on the field. So any times that we give you are strictly unofficial. And that kickoff drops through the breadbasket and quickly hauled down there by, looked like number 41 for the Cougars on the kick coverage. Nice job by Ricky McKenzie. And the Seahawks will set up shop 1st and 10 from about their own 20, we'll call it the 28-yard line. The Cougars get out to a fast start here, scoring on 3 first-half possessions, and then trying to generate something late in that half, and the time just ran out on them. I think we were all surprised. Tight end wing to the left. They'll motion back in the backfield as number 77. We'll see if they use him as a blocker. Nope, they're going to hand the big fellow the ball. And a great tackle out there. Maybe one of the biggest players versus one of the smallest players, but you can't go anywhere without your legs. And that's exactly what that left corner out there did. Trying to catch that number. Is it 88? Yeah. That's Pearson, and he came up and did a nice job, good form tackle, as they handed the ball off to number 77, Alexander Payne, and he certainly brings it, no question, but great tackle by Pearson out there on the left edge. Pickup of 3, 2nd and 7. Payne will line up on the wing now. They'll try to come off tackle. And I'll tell you exactly what happened there as Maldonado cleaned that up. You're going to have something called in phase or out of phase. So the corner ran up and to the outside when he saw that play coming to try to out-leverage the lead blocker. And then he slipped back underneath it to try to make the tackle. So that's a good, smart football play. And I believe that was number 20, Nate Berry, 18, that made that play. Walter Cotito that made that play. So nice job by him. Straight handoff to number 56, and he just drags the pile with him. We'll see if he has enough. Yeah, it's going to be a first down. That was Levi Peaver, and they'll move the sticks. So it'll be interesting to see what Exeter tries to do here. Once again, the ball control, if you can keep moving the sticks, stay ahead of the sticks, and you keep the ball out of the hands of Nashua. 5-man front being employed here. Looks like they're going back to that eagle front, covering up the guards. Guards pull. That time the guards got out of there, but number 9 kind of filled that gap pretty quickly. It's an easy read, and what I mean by that is you never want to watch the football. You never want to watch the backs. You want to watch the linemen. The linemen will always take you to the ball. So do yourself a favor here, as Josh Enoch made a great play there. Instead of watching the football here, take the next couple plays and just watch the offensive line. The offensive line, very rarely will they lie to you. They'll take you right to the football. And this time, it's a handoff to the outside. Looked like they base blocked that thing. Almost like they were trying to pass block. So that would have been a tough read, but it was a straight dive play that had no chance, and it'll set up a 3rd down and 8. Looked like number 5 was in on that stop. That would be Adam Collier. So back to the T formation, double tight end. You can see how tight those splits are. Fake the power, keep out pass, a rainmaker, and a little hand fighting there between Pearson and number 22. Good positioning there As Carter Sapp has maybe a little bit of a height advantage, but Pearson was all over him like a cheap suit. Nice job in coverage. It's going to set up 4th down. Exeter back to punt, and you'll see they punt from about 9 yards. That gets pretty dangerous. And a nice punt. That's going to send Pearson back, and it'll take a sideways roll out of bounds. Pearson claps his hands. I think he wanted that to take one more bounce towards him because he would have had a nice little return set up. As it is, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They'll set up shop inside their own 30-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. You heard Coach say that next week they play a very good Derry team. And obviously it's our hope that we can cover some more games with the highlight guy as this team gets into the playoffs. We'll cross our fingers on that one. Ace formation now employed. One back in the backfield behind the tackle. So it's Max Pro for sure. They run a little screen pass, and it's a jail screen. And it was actually, and I'll tell you what, you're going to watch this is Pearson breaks to the left side and finally brought down shy of the 50, about the 48-yard line, but a nice play. Call that like riding the tube, riding the wave. You come in, you run what's called a jailbreak screen, and interestingly enough, it looked like Pearson could have continued to run it onto the hash and then break it back out, but he saw something to the outside and turned it into a sizable gain. Nice job by Pearson on that. It'll be 1st and 10 Cougars from their own 48-yard line. They'll line up in trips. It'll be a tight trips look here. They're bringing the split down. It looks like Maldonado is one of the quad receivers, and he'll lead the deal. And ball cut up the field, direct snap, a little student body right, as it were, and that was number 44, Colton Richard, rather. Nice job following his blocks, getting up the field. And they'll move the sticks yet again, 1st and 10. And they'll have the same look to the other side, a quads look. And this time Colton goes to the left. Looking for a block, picks it up, and finally brought down, but it looks like he'll have enough for another 1st down. Just another new wrinkle that Nashua was throwing out there. And the good thing about this is you get to practice some things that you might use in the postseason, and you give your opponents something that they need to practice down the road as well. Anybody that's watching this film on the highlight guy, and I'm sure hundreds of you are, if you're coaching against it, now you got to break it down. To the right side, again, the quad side, and they are just getting all kinds of downfield blocking from that quads look as number 44, Colton Richard, again carries the mail. Yep. Maldonado was out there amongst others as they wind the clock, and 3 carries, 3 1st downs, off they go. So you got that quads look off to the left again. Colton in the gun. We'll see if they have any other wrinkles or if they just keep going to the well. They're going to go to the well again. A flag will fly. Some kind of an illegal formation potentially, and he may have gotten 9 on that carry as well. They'll stop the clock and top the flag over. See what we got. No, that is not nature's foliage. That is a referee hanky out there on about the 3-yard line. So the
license plate 448-517, a white Jeep Wrangler 482-8175, both New Hampshire plates, and a Massachusetts Jeep 3DG126. You free need to move your vehicle to a parking spot, please.
All right, we have a timeout on the field, and that is going to be the quarter. I don't think so. No, the ball's staying on the 5-yard line. I think there was a timeout called. Both teams headed to the sideline. Maybe it's one of their Jeeps that's out there in the parking lot that needs to be moved. We'll have to wait and see. The official heading for we just had an announcement up here in the booth that there are 3 Jeeps. What did you take today, Steve? The Hummer? You drive a Hummer, don't you? You got like one of those big, obnoxious vehicles, don't you? Like, hey, everybody, look at me. He drives a fire truck. You know how I do it? I just go on the live stream and talk a lot. Hey, everybody, listen to me. I digress. It'll be 2nd down and short. I don't know what that flag was. It may have been waved off. I think it was because I seem to remember the run was just short of the 1st down as Colton went short of it. So my guess is that flag was waved off, and it'll be a 2nd down and about a yard. They can get a first here. And now they line up in a sniffer look, an even tighter look, and that's going to be number 44 just kind of jogging in the end zone. That was Colton Richard, and that was the Colton Richard show, but he didn't do it alone. He had a convoy out in front of him, Secret Service leading all the way, just his strength in numbers. And you have to count from the left side of the ball to the right side of the ball. On that particular drive, if you look at it, and this is again, football 101, start at the football, and if you have more guys on a side than you better make an adjustment. They're going for 2. Ball is airmailed up there. It is complete, but the try for 2 is no good. It was Nate Berry on the reception. So still here in the 3rd quarter. It is 25-0 now, Nashua. And one of the things the Cougars have to consider, I mean, if you can think about things you need to work on here for the next season, for the 2nd season, and even for the Derry game next week, is your point after touchdowns. You need to convert. Those are never give-me's, and you don't want to leave points off the board that you're going to need those points. They're going to be at a premium come the playoffs. All right, ready to put his foot into the ball is Jamison Maxwell, rather. Always hate it when they go last name first. Nice kick there. It's a wobbler. It's going to take a funky bounce and picked up. And good job of contain out there. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to watch that back on the highlight guy. And I think, was it 18? I believe it was. That was number 18, Walter Catito. You're going to see Walter do this. We call it come to gather. He runs down, and basically, poor man term, we call it breakdown. He drops his hips, he chopped his feet, he was in a good athletic stance, and he kind of narrowed where the return man could go by angling his body downhill. So he forced the return man back to the inside. So he came to gather, he broke his feet down, he shuffled downhill, and he made a great tackle. That is technique 101, folks. Straight T formation, flag will fly. Maybe somebody in the neutral zone will check near side official on the 25-yard line. So Nashua is backing up, so there's going to be an illegal substitution. Obviously, too many men on the field. And that'll march them forward 5. 1st and 5 now. Oh, it was a free play. So it'll be 1st and 5 from about the 31-yard line. Play comes in from the sideline. That's Brandon Walker, the quarterback. Calls the play. They come out in the T formation, double tight end. 4-man front now for the Cougars. I don't know, double dive, power pitch, nice tackle there by number 2. And these are supposed to be quick hitting plays, and Dante Sisse stepped into that lane and tackled the ball carrier, but there's just too much penetration into the backfield from the front of Nashua. So, good job good job defensively here by this Cougar team. It's not an easy offense to stop, and you tend to be undisciplined at times if you do it incorrectly. Trap. First time they've run trap all day long. That's my favorite play in all of football right there. And they run it for some positive yardage, but I don't think they got the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about a yard. Trap is a great play. So 3rd and 1 for the Seahawks. We'll see what they employ here. They break the huddle. Ball is on the near side hash. Double tight end. Now the wing is off to the left. Just a quick dive, and they run it with the big fella 56, and he gets it falling forward. And you almost concede that as Levi Peaver just found that spot. And I believe we're still in the 3rd quarter here, right, Steve? Still the 3rd quarter, so we're doing okay. Maybe 5 minutes to go, maybe 8, maybe 1. I don't know. Steve says 5 minutes to go, so I'll tell you. Taking the over or the under? I'll take the under. So here's the T formation once again. Follow those linemen. It's a pass. They all stood up, and we're going to get a sack there as kind of bulldogging them down there. Number 35, Maldonado, came off the edge and just made life miserable. And the linemen that time, I told you, look at the linemen. The linemen all stood straight up. It was straight drop back. We got a timeout. That is the end of the quarter. So we will come to the end of 3. It is 25-0 Nashua. And that'll give us a chance to talk about Bouvier Prepare. They provide comprehensive college recruiting consulting services for student athletes and their families. If you're looking for guidance in the process for lacrosse, field hockey, soccer, or volleyball, Bouvier Prepare can provide a personalized plan for success. Contact them at bouvierprepare@gmail.com or call 603-465-1102. The Nashua Cougars youth football program is thriving in just their 2nd year, and they're looking forward to seeing where next season brings them. They have the hardest working group of coaches who dedicate their time to developing athletes' football skills, but also teaching life lessons that the kids will carry with them for the rest of their lives. If you'd like to become one of these coaches, please contact them at NashuaCougars.net. That's NashuaCougars.net. And if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button so that you can be aware whenever we schedule a live stream event. Which leads me to my next question. Steve, you going out trick-or-treating this year? Steve was a minion last. Is that you were a minion last year? Is that what you went as? Yeah, Steve went one of the. It was a good look. So if you see this gigantic minion walking around this Halloween with a highlight guy hat on, you'll know it's Steve Cody. Don't mean to blow your cover. And be aware, folks, he will try to go to your house several times if you have good candy. He'll just change the hat. No, that wasn't me. 2nd down and 15 now for the I said it again, the Bluehawks, the Seahawks. Now they have that wing again off to the left side, double tight end. Another pass. Oh, bootleg, naked boot off to the right side. Well done. Off to the races. One man to beat. Pearson runs him down. Shoestring tackle. And great hustle there. And we have a flag on the play back here at about the 44-yard line. And somebody's going to be angry here. We'll see who's angry. Yeah, they're bringing it back. Oh, boy. That was a great run by the quarterback. He just outbroke contain, and you can see the look of frustration on some of the Seahawks' heads as they're just picking their heads up, throwing their palms up into the air. That's the first sign is when you're tired, your hands are on your hips or your knees, and when your palms go up in the air, that means things aren't going your way. So body language. But it was a terrific run by number 22 down the sideline there. That was Carter Sapp, and good hustle by the Cougar defense. It would have come back, but you want to try to preserve that shutout. You want to try to keep the Seahawks off the board and also keep them from getting any kind of confidence, because one touchdown, suddenly the game changes. So it'll be second down and a long 2. Wing is off to the left side. That offense's left side, as we would say. Just a dive play and a cutback the other way, and he says, "Get off me." They're going to call a face mask here, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be an interesting call. You are allowed to stiff arm, but they're going to say, I could be mistaken, that 56 actually grabbed the face mask. We'll see what the call is. Yeah, they're going to call the face mask, I believe, on Peaver. I didn't see. Yeah, they're going to call the face mask on Peaver, and he brought that hand out. You'll watch that replay on the highlight guy, and he brings that hand up, and as long as he just kind of keeps his hand open, he's not allowed to at any time kind of grip the face mask or grab it or anything like that. And it's quite possible the referee had a better view of it, and that could be exactly what happened. But Peaver got called for a face mask, so 2 really good plays go backwards. And that is a spot. All right, second down and 10. And now that same play, but this time they're waiting for it. And I'll tell you what else. And another stiff arm that does not get called. And I'll tell you exactly what happened there is that it's a great play, but when you're on the near hash and you run it into the boundary, you're really limiting your real estate. You don't have as much room to operate out there. And this time the Cougars stayed home. And if you're not looking to stay home, you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Deb Cody from the Dow Group at Keller Williams Coastal is a luxury realtor. She's licensed in Maine, New Hampshire, and Massachusetts and can assist you with your real estate goals. The Dow Group is the #1 real estate team in New Hampshire, so contact Deb at 603-945-2763 or email Deb at thedowgroup.com. So we're going to have a third down and 5 here from the campus of Goffstown High School. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if it's the end of the quarter. There is a clock that is up and operating. We'll see. It's 20. I believe it is 25-0 in favor of the Cougars. Cougars, Grizzlies, all kinds of wildlife out here today. Seahawks. We will have one more game for you here this afternoon. At the conclusion of this one, it'll be the junior varsity edition of the 7th and 8th grade team. So we'll have that one for you right here on the highlight guy. Third down and 5 for the Seahawks. All right, so big play here upcoming for the Seahawks. They're going to go to a wide formation and shotgun. They haven't used this since early in the first half. We have a twins down on the right, split end left, 2 backs in the backfield. We'll see if we get some maximum protection, and there's going to be a penalty. Someone was offside, someone was moving or in the neutral zone. They're going to call it, I think, against Nashua. They're going to say a neutral zone infraction. We'll see. And I believe that is the case. And it is going to be encroachment against the defense of the Cougars, so it's not, I don't think it's going to be a first down, but it's going to be that last did you just see the last step? All right. Well, anyway, 1st and 10. Can't make this stuff up. Okay, so it's 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. We're having a little too much fun up here today, folks. They're going back to that open formation. Twins down to the right, split end up top on the hash. 2 backs in the backfield. Could be a Max Pro. Slant pass, and coming over the top and knocking that ball down was Roig. So Roig sticking his hand in there, we call it the long arm, was careful not to put his left arm around the waist of the receiver. Trying to take advantage of that one-on-one coverage. Roig was up for the challenge. 2nd down and 10 now. And they'll go back to that same formation. Maybe some kind of a screen forthcoming. No, they're going to run power back into the boundary. That ball stripped on the carpet. And Johnny on the spot there. Very fortunate was number 70, Wyatt Green. You said his name a few times today. He's been in all the right spots, has Wyatt. And fortunate for the Seahawks that they keep the ball. Unfortunate that it's 3rd and about 15. So they've gone backwards. So a huge play here defensively for the Cougars. They want to get off this field. My gut tells me that they're going to go for it on 4th down. So you're not trying to get all 15 right here. Probably trying to get 7 or 8. And this is a waggle look. And the Cougars very fortunate there. You're going to watch that back on the highlight guy. You're going to see the Cougars, some Cougars running on the field, some Cougars running off the field. Very fortunate they didn't get caught with too many men. A nice defensive play there in the secondary to knock it down. It's going to set up a 4th down and 15. It looks to me like they'll be punting. And it looks like they're going into a safe mode. They're maybe expecting a fake. We'll see. They must. It's a good punt. It's a rainmaker. No fair catch called. Picking up a block. Hits to the right side. And finally run down by 2 of the names that we've heard all day today. The first player there was number 70. That was Wyatt Green, and then Levi Peaver cleaning it up. A nice return there, though, following his blocks by Walter Cotito, number 18 on that return. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Cougars trying to cement this one as we head deeper into the 4th quarter. We'll see what they have dialed in here as they'll go ace formation. That's 2 by 2. The back will be to the quarterback's left. I believe it's Barry calling the signals back there. They'll bring motion into the backfield. Ball hits the carpet, and very fortunate that Barry got that one back. He's trying to direct traffic back there and nearly lost it. And speaking of directing, the Nashua Cougars Board of Directors is a group of people who came together for one purpose, to create – oh, I didn't realize they were going hurry up. And another bad snap. Barry falls on it. Well, that's a rookie mistake by me, Steve. You didn't even say anything. You didn't even give me a heads up. I didn't even get a heads up. A couple of new players are coming into the game, and sometimes the timing could be a little off. It's 3rd down and about 22. So you don't have a lot of plays earmarked for 3rd and 22. And we'll see what the Cougars have dialed in. They have 4 receivers off the left side. They're going to take a shot, maybe one-on-one off to the right. We'll see. Free safety starts to cheat that way. That's exactly correct. Barry now looks back to his left. He had a check down, and he'll just take it off out of bounds around the 44, 45-yard line, and it's going to bring up a 4th down for the Cougars. So nice job of covering in the secondary by the Seahawks. A decent pass rush. They would have probably liked to have kept Barry in the pocket, but as it was, he was able to roll out to the short side of the field and had nowhere else to go. Ran out of real estate. And again, this is a 4th down play, and you might want to work on your punt coverage, but they are going to go for it on 4th down and a bunch. Here comes the pressure. That means somebody open. It's man-to-man. And a good pitch and catch and a good tackle. That pass was completed. Number 18, Walter Catito. And a nice tackle on the play. Looked like number 30 was there on the stop, John House. So good job by the Seahawks to get off the field, and they have pretty good field position here. We'll see if they head to the friendly skies deep into the 4th quarter, or at least we suspect they're deep into the 4th quarter. A little nervous now if I use my board of directors thing here. I don't know if I can. I may. Although what I do expect to happen here sooner rather than later is the Seahawks have some timeouts. They're going to use them. Unless they don't know how much time is left. Power off to the left side, and nope, that one is going to get snuffed out right there. Initially on the stop was number 8. That's Jadiel Velasquez. Jadiel was just waiting there. And you got to be careful. You don't want to run too far up the field because those plays are really supposed to be underneath those tacklers, not on top of them. 2nd down and 11, we'll call it. Ball is on the 47-yard line. Or the 53, depending on how you call it. Wing is left. Ooh, trouble at the, and there you go. There's an example of the nose guard, the nose man making life difficult on the person snapping the ball. You just can't get a good, clean center quarterback exchange because the center's being blown back. We got 4-minute warning here. 4-minute warning. And they're winding that clock. Third down and 10. Big play coming up here for the Seahawks. Again, bootleg into the boundary, nowhere really to go. He'll pick up a yard, maybe a yard and a half. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 9. It was number 20 on the tackle. And again, just doing your job, staying home. Nate Berry, very sound football player. Fourth and 9 for the Seahawks. Big play here. They want to keep the drive alive, trying to get into the end zone and put some numbers on the scoreboard. Let's see what they have dialed in. They'll go back to that wing to the left, 2 backs in the backfield, double tight end. They fake the trap, and they run the quarterback sweep around the left side, and he is not going to be able to get it. The Cougars at the second level were waiting for that one. And so it's a nice tackle there by, looked like number 5. That was Adam Collier. Believe I had his dad in high school, Adam Collier. I did, yeah. So the Nashua Cougars Board of Directors is a group of people who came together for one purpose: create the best possible opportunities for every youth football player in North Nashua. They provide scholarships, transportation, and go above and beyond on a daily basis for all of their athletes. They're all one big Cougar family. If you're interested in joining the Nashua Cougars Board of Directors, go to NashuaCougars.net. That's NashuaCougars.net. Sweep around the left side. That was number 23 on the carry for the Cougars, Iverson Pacheco. And he runs out of bounds after a nice gain on first down. He'll get 4 yards or so. So Mr. Pacheco in the plus column on that run. inside maybe of 3 minutes now. Speculation, of course. Ace formation, one back to the quarterback's right. Barry Barkin signals, hands it off on the speed sweep to the right. Runs off of his blockers' backs just like we talked about. You're going to watch that back on the highlight guy. Whipped out of bounds, but not before. Another Cougar first down. Nice run by Kenneth Reth. And when you watch that back on the highlight guy, watch how Kenneth cuts off his blockers' back numbers. That is exactly how you teach it. Nice job, young man. And a good double team out there. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They'll wind the clock. It's on the Exeter 47-yard line. Now they're going the diamond look. They stole this one. They're going to take a knee here. Very good. That's there. Thank you, JMP, for your expertise up here, buddy. John Michael Pearson helping with the spotting, as always. 100% accurate. And this is their victory formation. The reverse diamond. Well, they'll just down it. Good sportsmanship being shown here. So Cougars going to remain undefeated at the varsity level. 25-0 winners. They'll take a couple of losses in yardage here just to secure the victory. Congratulations to the Cougars at the varsity level. Coach Fowler and his staff, Jeff Richard, Bryce Willett, Austin Willett, Brian Montmany, Kelvin Maldonado, the aforementioned JMP, John Michael Pearson, Adam Collier, Josiah Corfield, and Reagan Brunet. A cast of thousands. Sounds like our operation up here, Steve. You and me and the van out in the parking lot with the satellite and everything else going on out there. I'll thank our people now, Jeff, Tammy, Kim, Steph, Mike, Joe, Pete, and our sister affiliate in Schenectady. No, there's no such animal. Not yet, though. There may be one day. This one is going to go final, 25-0. A good showing here by the Cougars. I'm sure there are some things that Coach Fowler and his staff are going to want to clean up, but a good effort by them. A fast start here in the first half, and it just kind of cruised the rest of the way. Put some of the substitutes in, got them some valuable time. So business as usual. On to the next. They'll play a very good Derry team next week, and then for Exeter, always well coached, always well drilled, sound in their football techniques. They were behind early 19-0, and they really had to play catch up, and not an offense you can play catch up in, unfortunately, for Exeter. So that's kind of the cry if you're playing an Exeter team. If you can get out front and take them out of their game, then kudos to you. But these kids are well coached. We'll see them at the high school level, and they will play for a very, very, very good program. This one just went final, 25-0 Nashua Cougar Varsity on top here. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the JV version of this game right after we pay some bills.